Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super excited to be with you today. I have my special guest, Josh Hubbard. This is going to be awesome. And we have the opportunity to have a sit down with Josh Hubbard from Mississippi State, the guard from Mississippi State. I am super excited. Just won a prestigious award, Howard Trophy Award, and I'm super excited for this opportunity. This is another broadcast with you with Never Stop Believing, and we're here with our guest, Josh Hubbard. Josh, how are you, man?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here.
That's awesome. Well, listen, I was telling you earlier when I walked in that I was going to dunk on you, and I still mean that, but then you told me your verdicts, and it was it a 41?
Yes, ma'am.
So you mean to tell me that you were jumping 41 inches off the ground?
For sure.
Wow! So you're definitely jumping over 7-footers?
I don't know. With that length they have, it's a bit difficult, but I'm kind of up there with them.
It's amazing to me, Josh, that you have just kept this humbleness about you. It's amazing that you have, just stayed just down to earth. Talk a little bit about your upbringing and what that means to you.
Yeah, born and raised in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. My parents raised me right, raised all of my siblings right, and I just followed their path. And I love basketball, so I always had a ball in my hand, and it turned into a dream. And ever since I grew up, it just turned into real work when I wanted to be what I wanted to become.
This is amazing. So you're leading people by the way that you've been raised. Your parents have absolutely done a phenomenal job with you, and it's great. Josh, you had a stint there when you were growing up. You had a possibility of never stop believing. Can you talk about your upbringing and maybe just kind of help people understand who Josh Hubbard really is?
Yeah, I had an incident in 4th grade. I think that's my moment of when I had to believe.
Yes.
I was sick in the hospital for 19 days, and there was a lot of negative thoughts, but I had the people around me, the right people around me that encouraged and had positive vibes. So they helped me to believe, and they already believed because they had God, they brought God in, and we prayed every day. And so who is Josh Hubbard? I'm still trying to figure that out myself, but he's a person that just wants the best for everybody. I'm a fun guy. I just love basketball and love people see succeed.
So Josh, give us 3 core values that you live by.
For sure. First and foremost, got to keep God first. I think that's the most important thing because we're on this earth for so little time. And my second one is always be humble. It's always bigger than you. Some things can seem so important, but it's not really that important. So you just got to move to the next thing, and man, just love your family, of course, because those who your backbones are at the end of the day. So.
Yes. Josh, it's so amazing because you're a humble guy, but yet you're fierce on the floor. You're a humble guy, but yet you have a 41-inch vertical. You're a humble guy, but yet you're all freshman SEC. You're a humble guy, but yet you just won the most prestigious award in basketball history in Mississippi at Mississippi State. You're a humble guy. You're MVP of tournaments. You're a humble guy, and it's like, okay, how does all of this connect together? Like, how do you stay humble and still be a monster on the floor?
Yeah, my dad taught me at a young age, good happening good.
Come on.
Yeah, so if you put the work in, it's gonna show on the court.
Yes.
You're gonna earn rewards, but you can't just can't stop there because there's always strive. You always gotta strive for more. My dad instilled that in me at a young age, so ever since then, ever since those MVPs and little tournaments, he always kept me humble.
Yes.
Even though I was the most excited in the room, he always leveled my head and just told me there's always room for more.
Josh, if I told you that I will beat you one-on-one, what would you say?
I would let you say anything, but I'm gonna just let the action speak for itself.
Josh, you getting me riled up, boy, I tell you. I got my ball out of the car straight up. I'm ready to go. So you see how that turned real quick? But here's the thing, man. It's so awesome because you've achieved so much. You've won championships. You are traveling all over the world, and yet you're still a student of the game. You're maintaining your grades, and you still decided Mississippi State is the place that I want to be. Talk a little bit about Mississippi State and what that means to you.
Yeah, it all started with Coach James. You know, great coach, great person. He's the leader of our ship. So we follow behind him. We band together. He knows what it takes to win. He's the most winningest active coaches of all time. So, man, we just love him so much. And Mississippi State as a culture, you know, as a whole, it's a great environment, great school, great campus, and we just want to win. So that's it.
Yes. Josh, you have brought such an excitement to Mississippi. You've brought such an excitement to Mississippi State. There has been a historic of players that have come through Mississippi State. You have the opportunity. Right now, you're making history right now with being all SEC freshman, all SEC second team, and you just won the trophy, Howard Trophy, Howell Trophy, right? For being the most prestigious basketball player in Mississippi. How does that make you feel?
I'm just blessed to receive all those accomplishments, but never satisfied at the same time. You know, there's more work to be put in, even though that was my first year. So I'm just looking ahead for what's more.
Good. You know, you gotta fall in love with Josh because he's just that type. I mean, you may get wrapped into the smile, man, but I tell you, he smiles on the floor, but as soon as that ball hit his hand, you're like a flash of lightning out of there. Man, I've had the opportunity to watch you play, and watching you play is so exciting. Congratulations on the scoring title in Mississippi of breaking that. That is amazing. You had to have put up a lot of baskets to outscore someone, and that's to be commendable. So I commend you on that. But man, seeing you on the floor, how you move around, I mean, you elevate so high in your shot. What gives you that motivation as you're on the floor? And, you know, it's like, I have this picture I saw of you. You made a basket, you turned around to the crowd, and you did the whole little, you know what I'm saying? What gives you that motivation, man? Like, why are you so excited on the floor to watch?
Man, I just play with a fearless mentality. You know, I got 4 other brothers on the court, and we put so much work in. It just excites me to, you know, we go at each other every day in practice, so it just excites me, you know, to play against other 4 or 5 people. And so it's all fun, you know, to get the crowd involved, especially when you're playing in the hump in Starkville. It's a lot of fun.
It is awesome. The crowd is phenomenal. Do they bring the cowbells to the...
Nah, they're not allowed to.
Are you serious?
Man,
right? Listen, it's already loud enough in there. And when you guys are in there playing, Josh, I saw you one time. I was watching on TV, and I saw you take the ball coast to coast. You went left, you went right, you went left, you went right, and then you did a Euro, and I was like, oh, he's about to Nate Robinson them. Right? So what do you think about that comparison of someone comparing you to Nate Robinson?
Oh, man, I love it. I'm all for it. Small guard, you know, I might be the smallest on the court, but I'm going to have the biggest heart for sure.
Yes.
And it's just, I want to be an inspiration, you know, as people were before me. I looked up to a lot of people in Mississippi. For example, Deshaun Ruffin, Nick Callaway. When I was little, I used to watch all his YouTube videos, go to all his games, and, you know, I copied a lot of his stuff. And to see him go to Ole Miss and Jackson State and succeed, I just followed pretty much what he put down in front of me. So I'm trying to do the next thing for the next generation.
You know, it's so amazing because you're out playing, and at the same time as you're playing, you're thinking about your play on the floor, how it's going to affect you, how it's going to affect other people. Josh, talk a little bit about, you know, how you play the game to succeed. You know, most people play the game and they have bad attitudes on the floor. People can say, well, they're a good player, but their attitude is bad. You don't have that stint. Like, you play the game the right way. Talk about what it means to have a good attitude on the floor and be that player.
Yeah, attitude is everything, especially your character. You know, people, all eyes are watching. So, you know, you want to have a good character. You want to have good reactions to everything. And, you know, also want to impress your coach as well. So you would always want to stay positive. You never want to bring around negative energy, you know, because that could affect the team. And like I said earlier, it's always bigger than you. So do you have those negative thoughts? It's kind of selfish in a way. So you just got to move to the next play and, you know, forget about it and make up for it.
You said it right. Move to the next play. If you had the opportunity to tell somebody right now, a young man that's watching or even a young lady that's watching, what would you tell them? How would you motivate them? How would you encourage them?
Oh, man, not just on the court, but even in life, you know, when you make a mistake, don't beat yourself down, always just move to the next play.
Josh, let's talk about your camp. You just had a camp at, was it MRA, right? And you gave back to the community. You gave back to some young guys to do that. You're the first person that I can say that I remember that was playing in college, as well as coming back and giving back to the community, hosting the camp. Talk about what that meant to you, because that was remarkable to me, that you're playing in college, but yet you're giving out scholarships. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was a blessing. It was fun. I remember I had the idea when I was in season, but I couldn't worry about it as much because I was playing games. And I mentioned it to my dad. He got a few guys on the team, my sister and my brother, and he got everything organized. And I had to get a list of players, so I did that. And then it was kind of frustrating because some people couldn't come. The people who wanted to come, then we had to replace them. But once we got it rolling and going, it was fun. Fun event. A lot of people came out. The players, especially the seniors, wanted to give them something to remember, because when I had my senior year, I went to the Iverson Classic in New Jersey.
Come on.
Man,
Wait. We can't skip over that.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson? We can't skip over that. You guys see how humble he is. This is amazing.
Yeah.
You went to Allen Iverson's camp when you were
a
senior at MRA. And did you dunk on AI?
Nah, I didn't dunk on him.
Did you get a chance to shake him?
Yeah, nah. I don't know if anybody can shake him. Man.
Has anybody ever compared you to his speed, his lightning?
Nah, I haven't heard anybody.
Well, listen, let me tell you right now, because I seen him when he stepped over Tyloo. That was a nice step back, and I saw your step back. It's real similar.
Yeah.
You understand? It's real similar, okay? Man, talk about that. How was that with AI?
Man, it was a fun experience. A lot of NBA guys, a lot of knowledge, not just on the court but off the court. A lot of competition as well, man. I think that prepared me before going to college. Seeing what was out there and who I played against in the future. So it was and then it was also fun. The players that I was with or played against at that classic, saw them again.
Yes.
In some arenas, and just to catch up and looking back at those times, it was fun.
Yes. So, Josh, let's talk about what is the most points that you've scored in your career.
In a game?
In a game.
Yeah.
You don't talk about pickup. We want to know in the game, because on pickup, I schooled you.
Yeah.
So what was the most points you've ever scored in a game?
It was my 9th grade year at MRA against Gulfport. I scored 47.
47 points as a freshman?
As a freshman.
So are we even, what are we talking? You scored 47 points as a freshman in high school?
Yep.
So it's no wonder you're scoring 17.1 points a game as a freshman at Mississippi State. I cannot imagine what's going to happen next year.
Man.
Well, we're not going to get there yet.
Yeah.
47 points as a freshman?
Yep.
Wow, talk about that. What was going through your mind? Did you even know that you were scoring that much?
Man, it was I tell you, it was kind of a weird game too, because it was on a Saturday at home, and it was, our crowd, our gym fills up pretty quickly, and it was not a lot of people there, and Gulfport, 6A public school, big team, back then, and they're still a big team, but back then, they were known for their big guys and their guards, and they were supposed to win that championship that year. In the big house, but I just took that as a challenge. Our team, we weren't afraid that year. We accepted it. Coach told us that it wasn't gonna be easy, so we knew that it came down to the final buzzer. So,
Josh, it's so amazing that you take us through your games. You take us back and forth. What did that mean to you to win and to be at MRA and to win the championships? What did the coaches instill in you? What did it mean to play with those players? And how did that develop you for where you are now?
Yeah, I had the best teammates in the world at MRA and the best coach. Coach Deweese, legendary coach of Mississippi.
Yeah, coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
He helped me a whole lot, man. Credit to him. He brought me up as an 8th grader, so he installed in me at some frustrating moments. Taught me a lot of lessons at a young age. So when I grew up, that I was already prepared, a step ahead of everybody. So,
Josh, and I keep going to this. You're a humble. I want to call it a humble assassin. You're just this whole interview is just real smooth. So I appreciate everything because you are just a humble assassin. You have a steadfast. You constantly put in the work. Josh, talk about how your parents instilled into you, your dad, your mom, your sisters. How did they instill in you that mental toughness that you have?
Yeah, physically, my brothers beat me up a lot. My dad beat me up on the court a lot. I would always run inside to my mom, crying, but she felt bad, but she knew it was good for me. She would send me back outside, crying again. But
wait, your mom sent you back outside?
Yeah, sent me back outside. But mentally, there were a lot of frustrating moments, not just in basketball, football, or even when I was in the hospital, I seen both my parents prayed a lot. So growing up, why not do the same thing if it worked? My mom instilled a lot of things in me. Taught me a lot of lessons to get me where I am today.
Yes. Now, does Josh Hubbard set goals?
Yes, I set goals. I set realistic goals.
Yes.
I try to be realistic with myself because no bar is too high, but at the same time, you got to take baby steps to get to that, that goal that you want. So I take little realistic goals to get right.
Yes. So I'm sure you set goals for your freshman year. What's one goal that you have coming up for your sophomore year?
I think the main goal this year is to make the deepest run for Mississippi State. It's been a while. I think the last deepest run was in '96 for the Final Four. That's when Eric Dampier.
Come on,
yeah,
come on, and the boy knows his history. Come on.
For sure. So
watch out, Josh coming.
Man, that'll be a great day for Mississippi.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can make some noise and get our team right. Man, I don't think I can name them all. I try to pick people's brains and ask for details and things like that. Even Coach James, it's a whole lot.
Josh, you talk about Eric Dampier. You talk about just since the 1996 and what happened during that time. Talk a little bit about how that team, you guys' team, looks maybe kind of similar to that team, and what takes you guys over the top.
Yeah, I think it's all just confidence. I think when we have confidence, nobody can beat us. Of course, there's bad days, bad practices, bad games for everybody, but like I said earlier, just got to move to the next play, next game. And I think once we understand that, we'll still be a great team. And, we had a great chance last year, but I think this year's team will be a lot better. So that just sets the bar way higher, so I'm excited.
Josh, I'm sure you haven't stopped working out. I'm sure you constantly work out, and probably after this, you're probably going to go work out again. You're already geared up and ready to go. Why do you work so hard, man? What are you working for? Like, what's your goal? Like, what is that main thing that you want to be? I want you to play in the NBA. What's your main goal?
Oh man, that's of course that's my end goal. I think that's every kid's dream, playing the NBA. But as of right now, like I said, those realistic goals, I just want to be the best versions of myself, in college. So, I only get in college one time, so why not try to go my hardest? That's why I love the grind, love to get in the gym, so.
Yes. Now, who have you practiced with kind of during the summer, kind of getting yourself ready to get into the flow of this season?
Yeah, I worked out with quite a few people. Snacks, Alex Thompson, he played at Georgetown, played overseas as well. Then I went to Atlanta with Coach Rob. Did a little draft workout and test the waters. So it was a lot of fun. I love the off season.
Now, if there was one thing that we can say, Josh Hubbard, and have a slogan, what's Josh Hubbard's slogan?
Oh man, I got quite a few. Me and my dad kind of ran with this one. Is remain humble and your rewards will be endless.
Remain humble and your rewards will be endless.
Yeah.
Josh, that's who you are, man. You are a humble assassin. I'm telling you, you're a humble giant. And I'm telling you, I just see nothing but the skies beyond there is no limit for you. I think that you're going to reach above. And not only that, you love assisting other people. That's the reason why you are the person that you are today. You never stop believing. You love to assist. Even on the floor, you like to make sure that everybody gets involved. You're an offensive player, a defensive player. You like to pass the rock. I saw you throw a couple of those alleys to some of your players, man.
Sure.
So, as a teammate, right, what do you say to other players that are teammates? I mean, you have such prestige with you. Oftentimes, some people can say, well, he's a plethora of awards, and he comes in with a lot of awards, a lot of fame and publicity. What do you say to those teammates, right, and to other players that have teammates that have a plethora of awards? How do you keep the team chemistry together?
Yeah, I think an important thing when communicating with teammates, you can't talk to every teammate the same. Everybody has a different background, or they take words a certain way. So you have to be smart about it. For example, me and Cameron Matthews, he could yell in my face, and I know it's all love at the end of the day. He just wants the best. And I can do the same to him, but he's not gonna do that to anybody else, because we both just understand each other. I think that's important, because you try to get a point across, to everybody, but you can't say the same thing in the same way.
Yes.
So I think that's very important, and because a lot of players react, and teammates react, so you gotta try to calm them down and bring them back.
Yes.
So you just have to be smart about it.
Josh, when you're making assists, like you're doing right now, you're making assists to the players, and you're telling people, when you're making assists, Josh, what are you thinking in that moment? Are you thinking how you're going to set the player up? Are you thinking how you're going to get past the defense? What are you thinking in that moment? Because what you're doing right now, you're making assists to the other players. You're passing the torch to them. You're passing the ball to them. You're commending them right now, because without your team, you don't have success. When you're making assists, how do you commend the other players?
Oh man, because they could have not gotten me an assist, or they couldn't have got their points.
Yes.
Or help the team in a huge way. So I think that's very important. We do that a whole lot in practice.
So everything that you're doing starts in practice.
For sure, most definitely. Practice is where it starts.
Come on.
So the practices are definitely harder than the games for us. Of course, there's hard games, but practices they can hit you alive. Coaches will get on you. They just want the best for you.
Yeah.
And, teammates want the best for you as well. It's a lot of conditioning, so it's all fun at the end of the day.
Josh, my last question for you, man, and I really appreciate you being a part of Never Stop Believing. It's always amazing to sit down with people like yourself, humble. Everybody else can talk about you. You don't talk about yourself. I appreciate that so much. Even though I think that you're like a Nate Robinson in your game, you can shake AI. I do think that, but you can't beat me though. I'm gonna say that right now. I'll dunk on you.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, I could have dunked on you. But let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
What does this lion mean to you?
This lion, oh man, I just see a beast. That's fearless, but there's a tiger somewhere else that's not afraid of him just because he's big or ferocious. That tiger's hungry too, even though he's smaller. Or he runs the king of the jungle. But
Josh,
yeah,
you're a lion, and I'm telling you, man, you're gonna roar.
Yes, sir.
They have not seen the ending yet. Man, thank you so much for being a part of this. Encourage somebody to let them know to never stop believing.
Oh, of course. This short lifetime, that God has given us, why not stop believing? Because, the sky's the limit.
You heard it from Josh Hubbard, guard, Mississippi State. I cannot wait to see what this season is going to hold for him. Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. The best is yet to come for this young man. Look forward to being with you next week with Never Stop Believing. This is Josh Hubbard. I'm Juanita Ward, and we'll see you soon.